This is the best of the week on Relevant Radio.
I got a letter from Chris, well, let's just leave it at that, who wrote in that a dear friend has invited him and his wife to his daughter's same-sex wedding. This is what I wrote back to this fellow. You're being asked to stand as witnesses, as is the whole congregation, for something you don't believe in. Jesus clearly defines marriage as a relationship between a man and a woman. You're his followers, and they're asking you to cease being his followers by denying what he teaches. The text in Matthew 19:5 and 6 says, a man leaves father and mother and clings to his woman, which is the exact word the text uses in Greek, not wife, like most translations have it. You assume they're following their consciences, and you respect that. But you have to follow your conscience, and you ask that they respect that. I don't say you're sinning, you're being evil. These are strange times, and they're being told on all fronts that, oh, what you're doing is wonderfully brave and moral. I don't think it is. But to commit a mortal sin, you have to have a full turning of the will and know that this is a mortal sin. We live in such morally confused times. And I'm not preaching a moral relativism. I'm saying that we who are Christians need to respect other people's consciences. Assume that they're acting according to their conscience. But at the same time, if they expect you to respect their conscience, you must expect them to respect your conscience. You have a conscience, and you must obey it. I love that movie, the movie version of the play Man for All Seasons, at which when Thomas More is finally, they get somebody to perjure themselves and say Thomas More spoke treasonously against the king. He says, well, now I will let you know what I think. I am on trial because I will not give my assent to the marriage. And we Christians are on trial because we will not give our assent to what we regard as false marriage. I don't think we're wrong. I've decided, as the song says, to follow Jesus. But they haven't. I'm a Christian, and I'm getting married in a same-sex marriage. No, you're not a Christian when you cease to follow Jesus. When you get ahead of him, you cease to be a disciple. You cease to be a follower. And Jesus defines marriage very clearly in Matthew 19, verses 5 and 6. For this a man leaves his father and mother. Marriage is an exclusive relationship, and clings to his woman. That's what the text says, gine, woman. It is a relationship between a man and a woman. Genuinely a man and genuinely a woman. In the beginning, he made them male and female. And they cling to each other. That's permanence. That they cling to each other. They don't separate. And the last thing that makes a marriage valid, that the two become one flesh. Doesn't say the two become one spirit, but they become one body. Where do you become one flesh? In your children. They are the flesh of a man and woman come together. So every marriage, even those marriages that cannot have children, they're still valid marriages because they allow the possibility. Permanence, exclusivity, openness to life, a man and a woman. That's how Jesus defines marriage. Maybe he was wrong. I don't think he was. I think he was the Son of God and absolutely right. So I'll follow him. But when you asked me to participate in a wedding that defies Jesus' definition for wedding, you're asking me to deny Christ. And I will not do that. I cannot do that. Where would I go? He has the words of everlasting life.
This entire episode of Father Simon Says is on the Relevant Radio app. The Relevant Radio app is completely free and updated daily with fresh articles, podcasts, and prayers. Don't delay. Download the app today, and thanks for listening.